Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has confirmed he has finally managed to secure a meeting with US President Donald Trump when they attend the G7 meeting later in Canada this week.
I look forward to building on the very constructive phone conversations that we've had on the 3 occasions that we've had the opportunity to talk. So I obviously will raise tariffs, we'll raise the importance as well of AUKUS, and we will have a discussion as two friends should.
Yes, a discussion between friends.
How do you deal with Trump?
He scares out of me.
Well, while the PM will be wanting to know why Australia can't be exempt from tariffs, as well as being given an assurance on the AUKUS Pact, the US President will want to know why his friend won't pull his weight on defence, why his friend has turned his back on a mutual ally in Israel, and why his friend keeps cozying up to China. Should be an interesting meeting, Freya.
Yes, I'm not sure if Donald Trump will feel the same sort of friendly relationship that Anthony Albanese seems to be feeling. I think this is a bit of a one-sided friendship at the moment, and I also don't understand what sort of friendship Albanese thinks this really is, because when friends ask you to do something, generally you try to do it. The US has asked Australia to raise our defence spending. Anthony Albanese has flat out said no. Instead, we're funding things like a bloated NDIS, endless government waste that we talk about all the time. I really don't think Anthony Albanese is going to get the reception he thinks he might from Trump. And actually, perhaps that's the reason it's taken him so long to have this meeting. Maybe he doesn't want to be confronted by Trump.
Well, I mean, talk about how long it's taken for this meeting. The tariff issue has been on the table for a long time now. This was an issue before the election. For Albanese to have a meeting now, it's taken him forever, right? And this is the worst possible time for a meeting on tariffs, as if Trump is really that concerned about tariffs on Australia when you've got the Middle East blowing up. He's got all sorts of chaos, which we'll talk about shortly, happening at home. There's a million things on Trump's plate now. And then to add fuel to the fire, the Albanese government has been moderately passive-aggressive towards the US administration for years. You've had the Prime Minister of our country, you've had his ambassador to the US, Kevin Rudd, talking down Donald Trump. No one likes to have years being told they're a fool, and the next thing, those very people turn up asking for favours. But that's exactly what Anthony Albanese is proposing to do. I don't like his chances, and the sad thing is Australian jobs depend on it. The Australian economy depends on it. You would hope to have people representing you being a little smarter with the way they treat our major ally than what we've seen transpire.
Exactly, and you always have to think about what your relative negotiating power is in these sorts of situations. And the reality is that Australia benefits immensely from our relationship with the US. We are not necessarily critical to the United States. I hate to break it to everyone out there, but we are quite replaceable. Our trade with them is important for us, not so important for the US. They want to reshore manufacturing. They want to reshore or improve their own sovereign defense capability. And Australia, I think, to Trump is seen as kind of a drain on resources.
Yeah.
Sure, they can put troops up in northern Australia, but that's not essential for them. So I think we're in a really tough position.
So the meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, I believe. It'll be interesting. You'll have the master of the deal meeting Anthony Albanese. So we'll see how Australia fares. But the Albanese government seem like they've done everything they could possibly do to make this meeting unsuccessful, now hoping that we'll get some sort of benefit from Trump. It'll be fascinating to see if it takes place.
We'll see.